locked in. Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's most allergic music nerd. Hope you're doing well. It's time for a weekly track roundup, my thoughts, my feelings on a bunch of songs that have dropped over the past week. They are all linked down below so you can check them out for yourself, whether I loved them or hated them or felt somewhere in between. Yes, that is all down there in the D box, so you could check that out for yourself. What's also going to be down there, per usual, our Turntable Lab link. We get kickback from it if you use it to buy some vinyl, some speakers, some turntable stuff, whatever supports the channel. What also supports the channel is our Patreon page. Get some extra bonus monthly content for a cheap monthly tier. Also linked down below. Our YouTube Shorts page, get that nice short form content over there. Our regularly updated website with a bangin' news section. Do not miss out on that. Lots of song updates, news items, so on and so forth. And a quick shout out from Austin of this recently released Jane Remover track, The One. Apparently this is like, a post Revenge Seekers release. Austin says it goes hard as hell. So if you were liking the songs and the production and the overall vibe and energy of Revenge Seekers, Lord knows I am, there is more where that came from on this newly released track on SoundCloud. So there you go. All right, worst tracks of the week. We have a handful of those. They are as follows. Let's get to it. We have this new one from SAULT over here, which is a very mysterious music project hailing from the UK that usually I'm enjoying the work of a bit more. Obviously, their output tends to be a bit unpredictable in terms of when it comes out and even like what it is stylistically. But to me, this just sounds like a really bad, I don't know, neo-soul song demo. LU is the name of the track, and I just do not really get the appeal. The performance is not that great. The singing is underwhelming. The drums and the vocal mixes sound dry as hell. It sort of sounds like a band doing a bad impersonation of SAULT, in my opinion. So kind of passing on this one. We also have a new one from Morgan Wallen and Post Malone. I Ain't Coming Back. Kind of sounds like Morgan hopping on a really shimmery, terrible singer-songwriter pop song like Post Malone would have done for his self-titled record. It is not a flattering track production-wise or song-wise all around, in my opinion. We also have this new one from Dolla and Kid Cudi. They're kind of doing a weird early 2010s millennial electropop thing. It's almost a little Owl City. I'm not going to lie. Like it's very kind of glitzy, danceable pop fusion that I'm just not really seeing the appeal of. It just comes across as like very bland and I don't know, cheery in a way that's a little off-putting. We also have this new one over here from Bruce Springsteen. It's a new old one. Basically we have some material on the way that is like a bunch of, lost tapes, unreleased stuff, that sort of thing. And this song over here, Blind Spot, it's kind of like a track that is from the 90s, maybe should have never really seen the light of day. You can kind of tell it's from the 90s with like the almost hip hop, trip hop inspired beat loops and Bruce's singing over in a very, very odd and unflattering way. I guess if you're a Bruce completist and you really want to hear everything, you can obviously devote some time to listening to this single and, the rest of this double disc project when it comes out. But, at least from what I'm seeing on the surface here from this teaser track, I don't know. It just kind of seems like it's maybe going to be more of a morbid curiosity rather than like, some uncovered gold, that sort of thing. We have the tracks I was met on the fence with. You might like them more than me. They are as follows. Still wanted to shout them out. We have a new one over here from Yeat, The Bell. That's the title of the track. I'm liking the wild vibe and energy Yeat is bringing to the track on this one. You have the auto-tune whistles, the weird vocal inflections. Kind of seems like it seems like he's getting back to his like more experimental self. However, in the process of like, doing some weirder stuff, trying some new things, I feel like he forgot to write the song. Like there's not really a strong tune or sort of direction to this track, musically speaking. It just kind of feels like he's just weirdly riffing over this instrumental until it just kind of ends at some point. Not really a whole lot of structure or anything super memorable about the chaos. It's just kind of like going a little crazy. We also have Quickly over here hitting us with the track I Punched Through the Wall. See what I did there? Though it is a very kind of breezy singer-songwriter type track that's easy on the ears, but not exactly like gripping or anything like that, in my opinion. We have Suicidal Tendencies, who is hitting us with this new single, Adrenaline Addict, and it most definitely is that. I mean, the mix on this thing is totally out of whack. The vocals are so goddamn loud. The drums are sounding kind of weird too, but like, excuse me, the slap bass, the guitar noodling, this thing just rips. Like it's just like it's just constantly not. I mean, it lives up to the title, Adrenaline Addict. It sounds insane. The playing on this track is demented, but still like insanely good. I just kind of wish it was maybe pulled together production wise a bit smoother, but the performance is still wild for sure. We have over here Kilo Kish hitting us with a new track featuring Miguel, Negotiate. I'm liking the strange kind of unsettling electropop vibe that the production is bringing, but I feel like the song itself just doesn't really have a whole lot of structure, and it's very kind of one note and redundant and doesn't change and vary up as much as maybe it could have across its runtime. So it does stale out a little bit after a while. We also have the deluxe edition of Romance from Fontaines, DC. They're adding a few tracks to the beloved project. And this one, Before You, I Just Forget, is a cute little kind of dreamy, shoegazy little pop rock track. Excuse me, not one I'm freaking out about or anything like that, but still a lovely track all around. All right, and we have strangely a King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard remix of Confidence Man's Sicko. Kind of sounds like a very kitschy and tongue-in-cheek take on like 90s rave music, but if that's your thing, give it a listen. Don't go into this necessarily expecting like the most King Gizzard type vibe. I guess I'll say that. And we also have Addison Rae, who's hitting us with a track over here that also feels like a bit of a 90s dance and pop fusion throwback. And, it's okay. I feel like if it existed around that time, I could maybe have some nostalgia for it. But, per usual, I feel like the lyrics are kind of lacking and the vocals are just okay. Headphones On is the title of the track. All right, best tracks of the week. They are as follows. Let's hit it. We have Westside Gunn, who has hit us with a new EP. This EP is grimy. The production on this thing sounds like it was done on a potato. And I say that with the utmost respect because this thing is rough around the edges. It's nasty. On this particular track over here, Egypt, he is rapping his ass off and he has like some cute like samples of Doechii talking about him and music she's into lately at the start and end of the track, which go pretty hard. So liking the vibes on this one all around. New EP is out now from Mr. Gunn. We have this new demo project from xWeaponx. Super heavy, super dense metalcore, great gang vocals, killer riffs, just absolutely deadly, heavy stuff. If you want a soundtrack to the mosh pit, give this thing a listen. It's absolutely sick. If this is what the band sounds like demo-wise, I can't wait to hear an album. I'll say that. All right, we have Matmos, the not infamous, but legendary electronic and experimental music duo are coming back with a new album. Many of their records are loaded with samples. Many of their records are led by very interesting concept ideas. This upcoming album apparently is going to be nothing but like samples of metal, or mostly samples of metal objects, so on and so forth. And the first single over here, Changing States, certainly sounds like that. A lot of pinging, humming, just like strange metallic textures all around, but it's beautiful and compelling, like a lot of their works tend to be. So yes, really enjoying this and looking forward to kind of seeing what this, metal album, what kind of comes to fruition from it. We have also Lana Del Rey over here, Bluebird, new single. Actually liking this new one quite a bit. Last single, Henry, Come On, so on and so forth. Not into that at all. Sounded like a stale, older version of Lana that we've heard before, not done as well. But this new one over here is actually very tender and beautiful and wonderfully and subtly produced ballad that I think has a very vulnerable vocal performance on it too. So, 1 for 2 as far as singles in this new Lana era go, but certainly, looking forward to hearing what she has in store for the rest of it. All right. Also, new one from JID, JID, Work, banger, almost like kind of a grimy, dirty South, a little Memphis kind of vibe on the instrumental here. Sounds almost like something that could have been on the newest Denzel Curry project. Very dark, very edgy. JID is rapping his ass off, but somehow sounding completely effortless in the process. Lots of charisma, lots of wordplay, lots of personality. Absolutely loving this one. The gang vocals are sick as well. I mean, he's spitting, he's songwriting, he's just picking a fantastic instrumental. It's great all around. I can't wait for the next JID album cycle, I'll say that. All right, we have I just want to do a quick shout out to the Sinner soundtrack, which apparently has a lot of frickin' bangers on it. There's an absolutely stunning one on there featuring James Blake's Séance that has just, honestly, a tear-inducing vocal performance. On the back end, like, James singing is just, whoa! Like, I mean, you know, mind-melting how gorgeous it is, frankly. So, really loving this track, and definitely spend some time listening to other tracks on this thing as well. I want to try to make some time to see this movie soon. I'm hearing a lot of positive things about it. All right, a couple more quick shout outs. This one, Illuminati Hotties, Wreck My Life. Pup is on the track too. Liking the lyrics on this one. Some very biting bars about someone who's kind of like a fake underground indie scenester type who might have a trust fund, that sort of thing. It's got some sharp commentary, I'll say that, and some good riffs. It's very funny and very sharp. We also have this new one from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Deadstick. Whoa, man. Whoa. This track, not only does it frickin' rock, but this is like a sound that they just haven't really touched down on yet, and I think a lot of rock snobs might not necessarily have been into it if it were not for the fact that King Gizzard here were kind of playing with it. We're talking about like some big Steve Miller band, like, you know, blues rock horn section sort of thing. It's Blues Brothers. It's, you know, the exact sort of thing where you got the grooving riffs going, and then around the bridge, a guy with some cool sunglasses runs up with the saxophone and just starts blaring like, like it's some funky uncle type shit, but they're absolutely killing it. Excuse me. I'm dying. Oh my God. Anyway, really hoping that they smash it on this upcoming album and that there's more tracks like this in store, honestly. And finally, shout out to John Dwyer of OC's fame that has a new like solo LP out right now, or at least a new project that we got to check out, titled Chime Oblivion. Neighborhood Dog is the name of at least one track that I want to point you guys to. It's absolutely sick, quirky garage rock track that is just off the rails and very weird and very tongue-in-cheek, and oh my God, I'm dying. I hate these allergies. I'm going to end this video now, because if I go any longer, I'm just going to hack up a lung. So that's pretty much it. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm disgusting. I'm a filth baby. I'm the worst ever. I'm a germ. All right. Anyway. Love you guys a million. Hopefully you got some good recommendations out of this video. Wish me well in the comments. Hopefully I don't hack up a lung this week. Anthony Fantano, weekly tracks, roundup. Yeah, forever.